Here's a look at getting started with your Pico Neo 3 virtual reality VR headset. If you have the Pico headset in front of you, on the top right corner, you'll see the plug-in. This is where you'll charge your headset. And you'll also have the power button. As you can see from this menu, there are different options with the power button. Press for 2 seconds to turn on the headset. Press for 5 seconds to turn off the headset, and you may need to reset the headset. In that case, you press the power button for 10 seconds. At the bottom of the headset, you'll have a plus or minus volume adjustment, and you also have an audio jack if you wanted to wear earbuds or earphones. Towards the right-hand side of the Pico headset, you have a series of 3 buttons. You may find this bottom button helpful. It's called the Pico button or the home button. And we often use this to recenter the view. Sometimes we're looking at something in the headset and it's not directly in front of us. Instead, it's over to the side or it's way down low. We can use that Pico button to reset. You can also use this button if your headset goes to sleep. With the controllers, Contact North hand controllers are already preset or synced. So you'll use the AB in the right hand. And when you look at the hand controllers, you can see there's the AB. The left hand, you'll have the XY, also noted there. And like the headset, you have different types of tools or buttons. So again, you have a Pico button or a home button on each controller. Here the Pico button powers on the controllers. A longer press powers them off. You can use this to return to the home screen. And again, if you need to recenter the screen, press the Pico button for 1 second. You only need to press that Pico button on one of the hand controls. Across the top are the tracking rings, and you want to try to keep these clear. Don't block them, otherwise the tracking may be interrupted between the hand controls and the headset. In addition to the Pico buttons, you have a back button and you have a thumbstick. Depending on what type of module or course you're doing, there may be times when you move through a scene. The thumbstick, you can move through the virtual world, and you can also have a push clickable with that. If we look at the side view of the Pico controller, you can see something called a trigger, and then on the side, a grip. You'll get used to using these, but as a start, the trigger button you use when you're confirming or selecting. You may need to type in a name or a user code into the program. As you type, you'll select each of the letters by hitting that trigger button. Again, depending on the module, how it's set up, sometimes your controller will shoot a laser. It's like a beam of light. Other times your controller might show like a hand and you might be pointing or pressing on something. The other one, the grip button, this is when you want to grab or pick up an object. When we're getting started, we've already charged our headset. We have all our equipment nearby us. This is how we would proceed. First, put on the hand controllers. A and B on the right hand, as we said, X and Y on the left. Make sure you use those bracelets or straps to drop them quickly. They don't fall to the floor. Next up, on your headset, push the power button for 2 seconds to turn the headset on. Here's an important detail. When you put on the headset, hold the headset to your face and then lift the strap over your head. This makes for an easier fit. Eyeglass wearers, make sure you're careful at this point. A lot of people with eyeglasses can use VR headsets. However, if you have a wide eyeglasses frame, you may find that they don't fit well into the headset. So you want to be careful until you're sure how they fit. From there, you can make adjustments. You can adjust the top head strap, there's side head bands, and there's also a dial knob at the back that will tighten or loosen how the headset fits. When you have the headset on, you're ready to go to the next steps. And when we use a VR headset, we always want to make sure that we have an arm's length space around you. We want to make sure that we're not going to knock over a lamp, your computer monitor, or bump into someone else. Another safety feature is setting a boundary. As we get started, we recommend that you set a quick boundary, sitting, and small. What does this mean? This is what you'll see as you look into the headset. You'll get a pop-up image, and this is where you make the settings. So where it says select play boundary, choose quick boundary. Next, you'll have the setup. We're going to recommend that you're sitting, and we'll recommend a small boundary size. And from here, you'll say enter VR world. The first time we use the VR headset, we need to set up the Wi-Fi, how we're going to connect the headset to the internet. From there, we'll see how to choose your course. You can search a course or use the scroll bar. Once you find your course, you'll click either more info or launch, depending how the button displays. You may need to type in a password or a code. Those will be provided to you if they are needed. Here's a visual of those steps. It's called an Arbor XR Menu. You don't need to remember that word. It's just the main menu that we'll use as we get into our different courses or modules. And I call it the grassy area because sometimes we're trying to describe what is it that you're seeing. If you're looking around the grassy park area and you don't see this black menu, this is where you may find it helpful to recenter. So look straight ahead in your headset and then press the Pico button, either on your controller. On the right side of your Pico headset, it is the bottom of the 3 buttons. That will recenter the menu view so you're naturally looking at it. These are the steps in how you find the icons. The first time you use the headset, you need to connect your Wi-Fi. Here is the icon here for Wi-Fi. You'll click that. A window will pop up. You'll choose your Wi-Fi network. From there, you may need to go back to what's called the applications menu. That's icon 2 here. It looks like a stack. And this will show all of the different modules that are available to you on this particular headset. To find your course or module, you can either type in this search bar or you can scroll through. Once you find your course or module, you'll have a button that either says more info or launch. Click that and you'll start into the course. And from there, you can interact with the content. So there is a detailed look at the different steps. Here's how they look with a person using a VR headset. Push the power button for 2 seconds to turn on the headset. Gently adjust the lenses. There's 3 settings. Ensure each controller has 2 AA batteries. Put on the controllers. Use the bracelets. Turn on each controller by pushing the Pico or Home button. Remember, you have additional tools, triggers on the back, grips on the side, and a thumbstick on each. Have arm length space, choose quick boundary, choose sitting, then medium or small, and enter VR world. Click the Wi-Fi icon in the grassy menu, find your Wi-Fi network and select it, and then return to applications. Remaining battery for headset and controller shows in the lower left, as well as boundary options and a settings gear with additional options. In the applications menu, find your course by scrolling on the right or type in the search using your controller. When you find your course, click launch and wait for the course to load. You may have additional submenus and course options. When you've completed your course, there may be an exit or home icon to bring you back to the grassy menu. If you need technical assistance with your Pico Neo 3 VR headset, please either call our technical assistance help desk between 8 a.m. Eastern and 10 p.m. Eastern at 1-888-850-4628, or you can email your VR headset question to us at support@contactnorth.ca.